The presidents of Russia and China say that their relationship has become stronger in the face of growing tensions with the West. Vladimir Putin is on a two-day state visit to China. Today, he and Chinese President Xi Jinping vowed to deepen bilateral ties and to do more to end the war in Ukraine. They offered no details on how.
Red carpet and fanfare in Beijing as Chinese President Xi Jinping met Russian President Vladimir Putin. This is Putin's second trip to China in a year, and his first since beginning his new term. He said Beijing as a first destination was, quote, only logical. The alliance with China has become especially important for Russia since its invasion of Ukraine in 2022 left it much more isolated on the world stage. Both leaders also share mutual concerns about what they call Western hegemony.
In today's world, the Cold War mentality is still rampant. The unilateral hegemony of bloc confrontation and the policy of force directly threaten world peace and the security of all countries. China and Russia perceive a political settlement as the right way to resolve the Ukrainian crisis.
China has sold dual-purpose technology to Russia throughout the conflict, which has military uses. Putin expressed his gratitude to China.
We consider it necessary to work towards building a reliable and adequate security architecture in the Asia-Pacific region, in which there is no place for closed military-political alliances. It is very harmful and counterproductive to create such alliances. Of course, for my part, I will continue to inform the chairman about the situation that is developing around the Ukrainian crisis.
It's a mutually beneficial strategic relationship for both countries, and it's one that will be watched closely by Western leaders.
Well, for more, I'm joined now by the geopolitical analyst Velina Tchakarova. She is a former director of the Austrian Institute for European and Security Policy. It's good to have you with us this evening. Putin and Xi together again. More than 2 years ago, they declared a partnership with no limit. What is it now?
Good evening. Thank you for the invitation. It's great to be back. And as I've been outlining, actually what this partnership really means before, it is modus vivendi of strategic coordination in various domains and fields, starting from, raw materials, fossil fuels, energy, and moving to technology, and meanwhile even military cooperation and space cooperation. So all in all, what is being manifested right now and what we are seeing is not a strategic alliance, but certainly it is very, very deep and comprehensive partnership.
It's been described by some as a marriage of convenience. But for China, China also needs stable ties with the West to help its sluggish economy. Can Xi Jinping, can he pull off what appears to be a delicate balancing act?
Well, for the moment, China needs to play the balancing act between the West and Russia. In fact, the trade volume with Russia reached another milestone last year with more than 200 billion US dollars. But in fact, the really big numbers are still in the trade volume between China and the United States and China and Europe, meanwhile amounting to around 800 billion US dollars. So here, of course, in the case of Russia-China, it is not just about trade and economic ties. As we know for a fact, China has been providing and is still providing the critical lifeline for the Russian war economy.
When we refer to, or some people refer to Russia as China's junior partner, do you think that's an accurate assessment?
Well, whoever says Russia is just the junior partner of China, or China is only interested in the Russian fossil fuels, has not been paying attention for the last, let's say, 10 years. This modus vivendi of very unique but still tactical and transactional geopolitical rapprochement is here to stay. It's just being manifested and is going to shape the international relations and is going to create a lot of troubles for the West in the years to come.
We know that Western leaders have been pressing China to use its influence over Russia to end the war in Ukraine. But I'm wondering, why would Beijing do that when it appears to be benefiting from the current situation?
You mean, why is China actually supporting the Russian position in the ongoing war against Ukraine, even though that Beijing is stating that they are neutral? Is this what you actually are asking?
Right. I mean, you've got people who are saying that Beijing benefits from the situation right now with Russia diverting resources in the West towards Ukraine instead of towards China and Taiwan. I've got about 20 seconds left.
Yes, of course, because Russia is keeping the West busy on the old continent, here in Europe. And it is both America and Europe getting involved, whereas China can actually focus on the Indo-Pacific right now.
Velina, we appreciate you talking with us tonight. We're out of time. Please come back again. Thank you.
Much.